I think he talks about swarming the ball, and they swarm the ball in defense. They were aggressive. They had a three-man front that was interesting, but the way they used it. And then when I went back and looked at data and saw that they had a lot of interceptions. They had 2 more on Saturday against Louisiana, and it looks like they were. I even asked him. I said, "Do you bait them into the interceptions because they've been in the top?" And he just kind of laughed. But and then offensively, when I looked at the run-pass ratio where they've been the last 5 years, and I could see that they could successfully run it. And he's always had the ability and knack with quarterbacks to teach. And that showed up. He had a young quarterback this year that I think was all conference as well. I had some amazing stats, but they only throw the ball about 25 times a game. I said only because a lot of nowadays people throw it a lot, but they can run the ball. They're impressive with what they're able to do and their zone blocks and so forth.
When you got face to face and you started talking to him, how quickly did you know you had your guys?
Probably about halfway through. It wasn't like immediate. He's a soft-spoken guy and he's humble, so you got to almost drag it out of him. And I challenged him on some of how did you accomplish these things. And then, but when we got into the intangibles as much as the tangible stuff, it became pretty clear. And then I felt myself in the end starting to sell. That knowing that this was the guy we really wanted.
You said he's soft-spoken, but you couldn't have seen that over there. Did you expect the press conference that he just put on?
Yeah, because I think as things moved on, he's got a lot of humility, and I think if you hear the way he talked to the players, the way he presented himself was impressive. But he's competitive. I mean, if you hear him tell his story from walk-on to starting quarterback and winning national championship and so forth, he's got fire in him for sure. I mean, he can show it.
What was that team meeting with the players like?
They were in full attention. Some of them have gone home already for the semester, but great attention. They all wanted to get to him, talk to him. It's nice to see that they're not walking in late. They're sitting up straight, and it was all eyes on coaches. I was watching the room more than watching coach, and it was all eyes on Scott. He commanded their attention.
Last question, anybody? Great.
How relieved are you that it's over?
Physically, I'm relieved. I'm just really wiped out. I think that's the biggest thing. I think, and it's. I don't feel the pressure of fan expectations in these kind of things, so I feel like we're going to deliver in the end. But in the same vein, I also am cognizant that they want to know and recruits want to know. So I knew we had to wrap it up, but I think we ran a good process and came out with the best candidate.
Great, thank you all.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.